We're going to talk about transformation of functions. You have 3 sheets of paper, so we're going to fold them hamburger fold. And then when we open it up, we're going to cut across just the left side of the paper to the crease. So let's just look at the paper that talks about parent function and horizontal shift. So parent function is very simple. There's not a whole lot going on. And we can see our transform function looks like it's a little bit more expanded and more things happening there. So let's just look at the parent function. So when we open it up, we see our parent function. I have no idea what the equation is for that. I just have some sort of graph. So let's look over here. This is our formula we're going to use for transformations. You need to memorize this. This is very important. So for a parent function, our value of a is 1, our value of h is 0, and our value of k is 0. So you can see I simply substituted those values in. So let's clean this up. I'm going to do inside the parentheses. So this is the function x minus 0. Well, x minus 0 is x. If I multiply it to 1, I just get f of x. And if I add 0, I just get f of x. So my parent function is the bare minimum I need to have that function. Now hk, which we see right here, and which we see here, this is the vertex, also known as the origin, and also known as the center. So when we look at our graph, that's this place right here. This is the origin, this is my hk, and in this case it's 0, 0. So let's go ahead and plot our coordinates of our parent function. So this is 0, 0, this is 1, 2, this is 4, 2, and this is 6, 3. So everything shifts from our parent, so that's important. So let's look at our horizontal shift. Our horizontal shift has something a little different going on from our parent. We now have this minus h, so highlight the h. H stands for horizontal. H is an x value. Remember, x's go with x's. So when we look inside, it looks exactly the same as the other function because this is our parent function and we're going to transform it. Over here, it tells us how we're going to transform it. My a is 1, my h is negative 2, and my k is 0. So if I clean this up, f, let's do what's inside, x minus minus 2 is x plus 2. Times 1 leaves it the same, plus 0 leaves it the same. So you can see I have something happening, a shift with my x. So hk, again, my value is right here for hk, that's where I get it. So that means it's going to be negative 2, comma 0. So let's go back over here. Negative 2, 0 is right here. So you can see this point moved left 2 spaces. So I bet this is going to be a shift left of 2. So I just want to let you notice it's opposite of what you see in the equation. So let's go ahead and copy down our x values. 0, 1, 4, 6. And we're going to copy down our y values because our y values didn't change either. 0, 2, 2, 3. What changed was our x values. So we originally had x minus minus 2, which gives us x plus 2. So there's some math that's going on here. So if I want to find this value here, I'm going to say x plus 2. Well, what do I need to do to bring it back to the origin? In that case, it would be 0.0. I would have to subtract 2 from both sides, and I get x equals negative 2. Well, that's in fact what I had here. Let's try this one here. If I had x plus 2, and I want to get it back to the origin. Again, I'm going to subtract 2. So that gives me x equals -1. If I have here, I had x plus 2, and I want to get it to 4, I subtract 2, so that gives me x equals -2. Excuse me, +2. And if my last one, if I had x plus 2 and I want to get it equal to 6, that gives me x equals 4. So these are my new coordinates right here. So those are the ones that I'm going to take. So let's go ahead and plot these. We've already plotted this one. -1, 2 is here. 2, 2 is here. 4, 3 is here. So you can see everything shifted to the left by 2 spaces. So it's easier for me with horizontal to just remember that. So let's look at this again. Horizontal shift. Horizontal is the value that goes with x, because x goes left to right. So on this one here, I really don't need to do the table. I'm going to show you. So my a is 1, my h is 2, and my k is 0. So when I clean this up, this is f, well, x minus 2 is x minus 2, times 1 is just as is, and plus 0 is just as is. So my hk I have right here. My hk is 2, 0. Notice there's nothing here. So this looks like I'm going to shift right. Let's do that. I'm going to plot this point. 2, 0 is right here. So that went to the right too. So here I'm going to put right 2, which means now this is going to go to the right too. So that's there. This one will go to the right too. This one will go to the right too. So you can see it shifted to the right. So let's go ahead and just fill in our table. Our original was 0, 1, 4, 6. We ended at this point here. Well, what is this? This is 2, 0. This point here is 1, 2, 3, 2. This point here is 6, 2. And then this point here is 8, 3. So you can see the function did not go up and down. Y is up and down. The function only went left or right. So that was our horizontal shift.